Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What the is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is today on Gunner's Profiles. What it is real life, real talk, real one, real shit, right? We're doing it for reals. What it isn't is added preservatives and fakery. Now trip out, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there. Yes, indeedy. I guess I'm gonna have to write some graffiti all over the bus. We're talking about young Kelpy, right? The pimp. Pimpism at its finest. Lately everybody's been talking about Kelpy. And this kid is doing exactly what he has set out to do. I'm not going to sit here and slander his name anymore and sit here and say Kelpy is fucking confused and he's befuddled and he's mixed up. Because obviously he knows a little bit more about the game than myself and you. See, he's doing exactly what he set out to do, and that's stir up controversy and put his name out there and get that clout he so richly deserves, right? Now, when you put yourself in certain situations in life, you're going to get what you got. Meaning you're going to get exactly what you search for. If you slander people's names and talk shit about people, well, guess what? Those repercussions for the actions will come. They might not come today or tomorrow, but they're definitely going to come. Nobody forgives and forgets. That's just the way of the world. That's how we live nowadays. Ain't nobody tripping. They're quick to slip the clipping and get to spitting on their time. Not your time, their time. Now, when it comes to Kelpy, what I've noticed is this kid, he has written down some type of manifesto, some type of agenda. Okay, and he's got right to it. He's everywhere. He's a busy young man. Okay, but why is the question that needs to be poised. Not how. We know how he's doing it. You know, he's getting beat up. He's lying. He's throwing shit out there that he should never throw out there. But it's all for an end game. See, this kid is like a 6'9", minus the telling, supposedly, right? Or allegedly. He knows exactly what he needs to do and how to get it. Now, the world we live in nowadays are all based on views and likes. Okay, back in the days, our views and our likes were putting in work and stripes, earning stripes out there on the calles, on the streets. You know, the way we made our name for ourselves in our barrios or our hoods was going out there putting in work, you know, being noticed. Yeah, hey, Sasuke, that homeboy right there, shit, he's with the business. How do you know? Shit, because I've seen him spell business. I can't spell it, but I know he's with it, right? That was how it was back in the days. That's how you earned your stripes. You did it 10 toes on the concrete, man, solid in that barrio, handling whatever you needed to handle, and sometimes handling things that weren't even yours to handle. You just went out of your way to let everybody know that you were going to earn and demand your respect. Put some respect on my name, Birdman, right? That's exactly the way it was going to be. Now, nowadays, it has changed. You know, when exactly it crossed over and changed, I can't call it like an alcoholic. I think it changed the same time Bruce Jenner changed to a bitch, right? It definitely changed. Now, views and likes are what everyone is chasing, the end goal, the end game. You know, me, myself, I'm after something different. You know, I'm after something totally different. I'm after the bag, first and foremost, right? And I'm also after realness. You know, I love hearing real stories. I like presenting real stories. I like seeing the real in people, not the really fake. And if that's wrong, Sasuke, I don't want to be right. Okay, that's me. I'm not here to stop the scourge of gangbanging. I'm not here to fucking scare people into obscurity. I'm not here to lie and fucking and set out propaganda, man, to confuse people. I'm merely here to entertain and to do it my way. That's it. Now, Kelpy has the game on lock right now. Everywhere you look, you see him. And you say to yourself, well, this is just a young man with braces who looks like he came from the suburbs, who looks like he's definitely had a great life and a good life up into this 19-year-old point where he sits now. Let me tell you about the age of 19 years old. That's a very pivotal age. The Vato still can't drink. He could barely think, right? He's still a young man. He's still like clay in an older Vato's hands. He could be molded. Right now is his time. Okay, it's his time to decide what he's going to do in life. Is he going to continue to chase the clout, which ultimately ends with the bag? Is he going to continue to make his own way in this YouTube world and the social media world? Or Is he going to get some get right, take his young ass to college, man, and get some knowledge that he might be able to get in college, right? Because the world that he's trying to portray this image in is not his world. He might live in it, but he's just a squirrel trying to get a nut. Okay? I've seen some big, bad wolves. Some dudes you do not want to play with. Shit, I've seen some dudes that weren't even big and bad, but they were just wolves in sheep's clothing. Individuals that you don't take lightly, and you don't play with their game. See, this is their game, that's it. This is their game. We're just on the board trying to slide on. But can I buy board what? Bitch, but you can buy Park Place, right? So let's go always get Park Place, right? That's just how it is. You're not passing go. You're not collecting 200 without breaking bread like Jesus said. You know, you better turn their water into wine immediately. Now, Kelpie has the recipe down as far as exactly what it takes to be belittled, to be clowned on, to get capped on, to get all these bad things happen to him. But at the end of the day, he's the one laughing to the bank. He's the Charleston White of right now. You know, he's figured it out along the way. Now, it's a hard game to figure out, you know, and in every game you have to make sacrifices, like the necessary sacrifices I did in the game that I played. You know, I had to get incarcerated as a youth, as a youngster, to go in to prove myself to my older homeboys, to prove myself to me that I was able and willing to stand firm in the cause I truly believed in. It was up to me to do it all alone. Okay? Kelpie is definitely doing it alone, but it's a whole different twist on the game. See, back in my days where it was hands-on, where it was fisticuffs, where it was fighting, where it was surviving, he is surviving in a digital world, a social media world, and nobody seems to be focusing on this and that. They seem to say, oh man, this fool's a clown. Look what he said. He's always going to say something. There's always going to be that next thing to say because he has to stay relevant. You got to keep that buzzing, cousin. If you don't understand what that means, Sasuke, refer to about 6 videos I did before. Sasuke, when I'm doing this, that'll give you the whole game. Knowledge you can't get in college. Now this guy, you know, I've done my videos on him. Everyone has. He's the hot topic right now. And why? Because he got beat up. It seems like all these guys that get victimized and beat up, they automatically get that victim role put on them. And everyone's like, oh, pobrecito, look at poor Kelpie. He's just a little white guy. He ain't trying to do too much. Sasuke Spencer. He's got an eighth of octoroon in him. He's a little bit Mexican. Spencer, Holmes, he's you know, leave him alone, leave him alone. You know? But wasn't nobody protecting him or saying leave him alone when he was getting socked in his fucking mascara? See, ain't no one really there to protect this individual, and that's unfortunate. Because you don't need protection from the guys in the streets. Don't no one care about that poop butt. Until he starts getting some money, he's not a factor. He's just an actor. But what he needs is protection from himself. Because see, in this world, in this day and age that we live in, yeah, you can get all them likes and you can get all them views, Holmes, but you're going to get a lot more when you're gone. See, everybody is about drama. Everybody likes to see the next man fail. A success story ain't a success story. Don't no one care about it. Sasuke, guess what, Holmes? I got voted class president. So what? Hey, did you see the homeboy? He was over there getting on my morning in class. That's the real one right there. It's all about negativity and drama. That's what sells. That's what people like. And so that's why Kelpie stays putting himself in situations where people can belittle him and clown on him. If you look at this guy's features, if you look at his facial expression while he's doing this, he's really caught up in an element that he has no know-abouts. He doesn't know where the fuck he is and what he's doing. But at the same time, he's the smartest one in the room because he's willing to take one on the chin to win. See, the people that are willing to go out of their comfort zone and sacrifice themselves for what they want usually will get it. You're going to have a person like me. I ain't taking no shorts. So scared. Fuck that, Holmes. I ain't going to be made look like a stupid ass of poop butt. And at the end of the day, that's why I'm a broke ass Mexican, right? I continue to be broke in the game because I have morals and standards and values and things that I live by. There's certain reasoning behind what I do and how I'm going to carry myself while doing them. Hey, that's my prerogative. If I can do what I want to do, I'm going to do exactly what I want to do and how I was laced up to do it. Will there be a big old bag at the end of the rainbow? Probably not. But Sasuke, that don't mean I'm going to stop trying. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue the struggle. It's real. People like Kelpie have no morals and no values. They weren't raised that way. He's young. This is all he knows. All he knows is go out there and get it. Now, I'm going to commend him on his motherfucking hustle. Put some hustle behind them puny-ass 13-inch muscles you got, right? Now, lately, he's been voicing his opinion and taking it in a whole different direction. I think he's tired of getting spit on. I'm tired of being stepped on. I'm tired of being stepped on, right? Well, when you put yourself in that role, in that victim role to be stepped on, people are going to continue to do that. Okay? Do I think this young kid will handle his business? Probably. I think he'll catch that fade. Do I think he'll win? No. Right? I'm just being real. I think he'll get his whole head smashed in by Captain Caveman. But at the same time, I think he's willing and able to handle his business if it comes to that. Because he's a young kid, man. And these young kids nowadays ain't playing. You know, they'll pick up some shit and smack some shit. Allegedly. Spence on the guard. You didn't hear that. Right? That's just the way it is. Now, one thing I do like about Kelpy is he takes it on the chin. He's not afraid to admit defeat. There's a lot of people in this world, and that's a problem, that are scared to take the elbow. They're scared to take the L's. They're scared to admit that they took the L's. It's always W. Hey, I won. It's like I got a big old people. I won. Stop lying. This is it. Only I do. Right? Allegedly. Now, there are a lot of individuals that will take L's, homes, and do anything and go to the ends of the earth to justify it. Switch their story up. No, you didn't sit because the way I got spit on, right? I moved. Just if you really look close, I moved. Nah, you didn't move. You know what I mean? Is that why you have fucking mocos and all kinds of shit dripping down your chin? It's ugly. It's an ugly situation. That's why I commend Kelpy, because he's willing to take that L. I mean, he has no choice. He got hit 54 times in the face on 55th Street. You know what I mean? Shit, that shit was nifty. Now, Almighty, who actually put fisticuffs on him, who put fingernails and broken toes on him, I will say this, justified as it may be for getting called a bitch and handling your business, I commend you on that. But, I mean, he really beat up a kid that he can't get no clout for. It ain't no bitch, it's just Kelpy. You know what I mean? Everyone's beating up Kelpy. Shit, what's new? Okay? But who's beating up that bag? And who's beating up that tirada with the fucking hair pasted to her face, all fucking zoned out? Kelpy helped me get on drugs. He didn't help me get on drugs. I know. That's good. You're inebriated, right? I was just, hey, Spence on la tira. Come get this piruja and put her back on the block so little Kelpy can get a few more ducats. Like, fuck it. Since he's the PI. No, I didn't say the snitch like T.I. Spencer. Now, trip out. So when I'm looking at this situation from the outside looking in, I'm seeing a lot of different factors that are playing into this hype behind Kelpy. Do you remember when the hype was behind 50 C-Mac? Everybody was waiting for him to fuck up. Everybody was waiting for him to make that next faulty move, to get DP'd, to get beat up by his hood. Oh, people couldn't wait. They couldn't wait to see what he had to say next, you know, to put his foot in his mouth. They couldn't wait. That's the ugly situation in the world we live in. Everybody's watching, man. Everything is public knowledge now. Everything is out there. Every day that I go on live, every day that I go on YouTube, my mascara is put out there. Why do you think I stay fly for a brown guy? Why do you think I dress a certain way and act a certain way? Because I have a persona and a character, Holmes, that I have to portray and keep it going. Now, when I say character, I don't mean a caricature. Is that how you say it? Spencer Dub said it best. Character, okay? This is me. This is my character. You know, flawed as it may be, and people might not like me, so I'm going to continue that struggle because that's all I know. Okay, but every day that I do this with the understanding that everybody is watching me. You know, thousands of people every day are critiquing exactly how I look, what's on my video screen. You know what I mean? So if I have a big old pick when I stand up and my print swings that way or that way, and there's been many people who say, Spencer, shit, yeah, he does. Preferably women. You know what I mean? That's how I get down. But what I'm saying is, you know, you have to uphold this image. You know, with Kelpy, he's playing that role of a victim, of a little kid that doesn't know. But growing up in them Orange County streets, you got to know something. You know, what he doesn't know is he's playing with fire in certain situations and saying certain things. Now, I've watched a lot of these fucking podcasts. And another new podcast that popped up that had him on. Respects to them. I see they're doing their thing quite indubitably. No hatred, period. And they had him on, and This guy's talking about he wants to roll with these guys and he wants to roll with those guys. And I'm not even going to mention who he's talking about. We all know. And then I get guys in my DMs asking me, hey, do you think Kelpy could be a norteño? And I said, nope. Hell no. We won't go. And there's a reasoning behind that. Okay? First of all, first and foremost, you're only as strong as your weakest link. You could look at that man, and by the way he carries himself, and by the way he lets people belittle him and clown on him, and beat him up and spit on him, and talk shit and make him take jackets off and things of that nature, he doesn't display the characteristics to be a Northern California raised and bred motherfucker, man. It's just not, it ain't never gonna happen. You know what I mean? But hey, you guys take anybody. Who said that? And who said you guys? Because I ain't one of them guys. Yeah, I was born in Northern California. Yeah, I rocked for the cause and spilled so much blood. But at the same time, Hums, hey, I'm not here to be the voice of reason and to be the voice for the people. That is not what I am. I'm here to be a brown man. And I'll say as a brown man and just on the outside looking in, no, you shall not. It would never happen. So with saying that, I say this. Could he be a guy from the South as well? Fuck no, right? People, you could be anything you want to be and go in there and try to be what it is, right? But at the end of the day, you got to understand there's some guys that are really true to the game, that really believe in their cause, man, that ain't going to let you just walk like that. Okay? So Kelpy is saying a whole lot of things just for clout, just to be noticed and recognized. And hey, guess what? Like my Wilsons, we're all watching. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't wait to see him get in the mascara again. Right? It's funny. But at the same time, what's funny to me and funny to you, I'm sure ain't funny to his jawbone. See, he's getting his dental knocked the fuck up out his frontal. And eventually, they're going to come with no teeth, silver chains on. They're Cuban zirconians, right? He's going to be all fucked up. And what's going to happen? We're going to move on to the next young hype. To the next young cat that's doing it, that's talking a whole lot of shit. It seems like talking shit nowadays makes you that one, makes you that man. The game is totally tore up, man. It's changed. It's not watered down because there's some hitters and non-quitters in this motherfucker, right? But what it has changed. And people like Kelpy are that change. Is this what you want to get behind? Is this what it's all about? Is this the guy that we tune in every day to see? Chale tamale, not me. You know, I'm only speaking from a point of wanting to help this kid and seeing it for what it is and enlightening the people that are paying attention to this kid. You know, if you like to see a motherfucker get socked up, Wasowski, there you go. Ponle. You know what I mean? I'll be right there next to you con popcorn y todo. You like tapatio in it? I do. But if you want to really help someone, take the initiative to voice your opinion, leave a DM and say, you know what, this kid needs to get his fucking mind right so he can shine right before it's too late, because he's starting to play with some characters that don't play the way he does. See, they're not in a make-believe world. They're not living in a material world. They're living in a real world, right? And that real world will catch up to you really quick. I've had instances where the real world has caught up to me. I just had to get really real back. And that's just the type of character that I had to be. Now, you got to understand, when you've been through the rats and the roaches and the shiesty approaches, you know how to carry yourself and where to position yourself at certain times. This guy doesn't. As far as getting that bag and having the recipe to that, he's doing that. If money is what makes you, then let it make you, Holmes. But the same thing that'll make you will break you. I guarantee that, Holmes. And when you start to get that bag, people start to notice. And when people start to notice, people are going to take that from you. With that being said, gente, I just wanted to shed some light and some enlightenment onto why Kelpy is the most watched on YouTube right now. I think it's funny. I'm not hating on the man, but at the same time, look at him. Look at him. Going in here forward, man. Go there with the fucking the Africano brothers so they can show you the way. They're gonna show you the way right into that dark soul. Hey, who's in here? You know what I mean? Get in here. Get in here. You know what I mean? Bang, bang. I like my fish squirming. Kelpy gonna be in there like, help, guard! And the Southsider's gonna be in that motherfucker like, dum, 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 dum. This is for la raza. You ain't Mexican, this. You know what I mean? So I can get someone. Bang, bang. I need a sopa. With that being said, I hope that you move with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of this day right here, man, it's all about you and your familia. You know, holidays are coming up. Make sure you go out there and you get your kids something nice. You know, Sasuke, go struggle for it. Hustle for it. Shit, I know I did. My daughter, shit, she may be breaking my back on some shit. Dad, I want this. And remember what I told you I wanted yesterday? Yeah. What, would you change me, huh? No, I want this too. Fuck. You know what I mean? Bang, bang. If you like this, hit that like and subscribe. Leave me a motherfucking notification. Leave me something. Let me know, man, how you feel about this young guy, Kelpie. If not, you don't like me, and you're like, fuck you, gun, and I like Kelpie before I like you, man, hit me with the thumbs down. If he's going to be the head that wears this crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people, the realness, the illness. You know what we do. This is the gun. Bang, bang, benchy Kelpie getting all the love, huh? At the same time, what's going to happen at the end of this rainbow? The leprechaun's going to fuck him. Watch. Bang, bang.